Like a light, 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 like a light.
Welcome to Casual Conversation, where the topics are casual, but the combos are not. We're your hosts. I'm Deandra.
I'm Clayton.
And I'm Irene.
Today's Casual Conversation is defining friendships. So, you guys, we are going to talk about friendships, and we're going to start with our definition. So, friendship, a relationship of mutual support, respect, and trust between people.
Whew. Okay, so what stands out to me is the mutual respect and support. Those two things are really important and essentials to a really good friendship, for sure.
Agreed.
I mean, for me, support is very important. You know, you should support your friends. Even if you don't see them or talk to them all the time, you should most definitely be there when it matters.
Yeah.
So support, that stands out to me in that definition because, you know, majority of the time people be surface. They're not really, genuine,
Yeah, real.
So
really got your back.
support stands out for me. I think that you support,
Yeah.
all
It's
the
important.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's definitely layers to it. And of course, that's why we're going to talk about it. And I feel like maybe the start point is probably just friendship and us miscategorizing it. A lot of us use that
Yeah,
term
that's
really loosely.
True.
And it's like the moment that you meet somebody, you're like, oh, friend.
That's my
And it's like,
friend.
no. That's earned. You need to show up for me and
Yes.
vice versa. We need to be able to trust one another,
Yeah.
vice versa. Like everything needs to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
And before you're able to label somebody with friend, you need to make sure they're checking those boxes off because especially nowadays with all the stuff we're seeing with friendships.
When we were younger, though, we all
Everybody was
just
your friend.
friends
Yeah.
with people because they
Right.
liked you.
That's
It
my
was like, oh,
friend.
that's my
That's my
friend.
friend.
He think she think I'm cute. That's my homegirl. No,
Like, no.
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 Now I'm older and I'm able to pick the people that I want to be around and value.
That's true. That's very true.
Exactly.
I've always been one to be very particular about the label of friend and then especially best friend. It's just I all of my best friends I've known for very, very, very.
Not the best friend. That is not your best friend.
That is not your best
Real
friend.
quick.
I'm
No.
your best friend. That's it.
Seriously. And it's very interesting because I hear people, they're just like, oh, my mom always told me that's not your friend. That's not your friend. Or my other friend told me that's not your friend. That's not your friend. People are going to pick up on things that we don't always see because we are blinded. However, we have to be very, very careful when categorizing people as our friend, our best friend. Oh, that's my ace. It's not. It's not. It's not your best friend. They don't even like you. Stop.
Hello.
Majority of the time, they
Hello.
like you.
And a lot of people will play the part
Yeah.
for a very long time. And see, that's something that I want you guys to be mindful of because a lot of the times we'll base someone's commitment based on the time frame. We've been friends for 20 years.
So
Baby, that does not matter.
It's
It
been a
doesn't
whole
matter.
toxic
It
situation
doesn't.
for 20 years.
For real. All these signs you've been missing, all these red flags you've been ignoring because you're just well, they've been down with me for all this time. But no, that does not matter. So we need to definitely make sure we are vetting people the best that we can. Not that you need to go into it oh, I just don't want to be friends. But don't be so quick to just be okay, you are my friend. And once you've established for you whatever those boundaries are or whatever those requirements are, then you can start listing out, hey, this is my friend because this person has done enough or shown up for me enough for me to be able to give them this title that has so much meaning. So
Yeah.
I definitely.
agree.
What can we say would be a category? What categories do you guys? 'Cause I know I have associates, then I have friends, and then I have
best friends. I have
What are you-
acquaintances,
Yeah.
Okay.
associates.
Okay.
Well, when I was younger, that's what my mom and my dad used to tell me, those are not your friends. Those are your associates. So
Got you.
everybody starts off as an associate.
Yes.
There we go.
And then once you prove yourself to me, which is having those values, support, respect, and all that, then we move on to friends.
Okay, so we're so we're into the associates, friends, best friends. So you've got a little bit more.
I got a few more layers.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Acquaintances, associates.
What is an acquaintance to you?
For me, that's like, oh, hey, Clayton, how are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Like
and
a coworker?
I saw you one day, and then I happened to run into you. Or yes, a coworker. A coworker is definitely a start. And then you may build a friendship. Or they may become an associate. You start going to lunch together. You start, oh, you want something from the vending machine? Oh, whatever. Now you're an associate. Then it's, oh, you want to go grab drinks after work? Oh, hey, I'm having this thing for my birthday. Now we're building a friendship.
Getting to know each other.
So while we're building, is that now you're an associate?
You graduated.
You graduated from the
acquaintance
to the associate.
Preschool, elementary, junior high, high school.
Absolutely. Now
but that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I get
now
it.
we associated. And
we've graduated.
And now we are friends.
Got it.
And then once we've been on that friendship page, depending on how it goes, you may become my best friend.
Yeah.
You may graduate to that. But I know for me, I'm not with that. Like, you are my best friend, and you have been for 20 plus years.
We are past 25.
But I've met people who came to me and said, Clayton is my best friend.
I know. And you looked at her like she was crazy. Like, huh? I never heard of you.
When did you come into the equation? Yeah. Because that's my best friend. But anyway, I'm not, y'all. I'm not overprotective. No, I'm not. No.
Zoom in. She is. We all are. So we really no one can point the finger. We're pointing it at each other, at ourselves.
I can be a little overprotective, but it's not to where it's like, that's my friend. That's my friend only. You can only. No, it's definitely not that.
We're definitely not petty.
We just, we just want to make sure we're protecting ourselves and, that we can operate in a space of true friendship that matches up to, again, what those requirements are.
People don't even know what true friendship look like. Like, we go through it as three.
We do.
We always come out on the other end because we're very good with communicating.
Yeah,
and we love each other very much. So
that's important.
So you guys, let's kind of like delve into the expectations of friendship, because we know that's like a hot button for us.
That is
like,
tough.
People really put a lot of pressure to be on the phone daily, texting daily.
I think they do that because, friendship is a relationship.
It is.
So I think that when you say that a friendship is a relationship, they get the lines blurred. They become, they start to have expectation for you because it's a relationship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're friends. We ain't screwing.
And there needs to be a boundary.
It needs to be boundary.
There does.
Yes.
I can honestly say I was a former realistic expectation non-setter, and I did feel like all my friends have to do this. They all must do this. And then as I got older,
you're still struggling
and I couldn't meet the expectation, right? Because and that's one of the things that I've learned. Like if I'm going to set expectation, because I'm really big on that. However, you're not even meeting them. You don't call every day. You don't text all the time. You can't go to every single event. How can you put expectations on someone else that you don't even meet yourself?
Yeah.
So I think that as I got older and then I failed at it, that's when it was just like, let me reevaluate this, because they're not realistic. Yeah. It's just not. And then also, what is your true must-haves for a friendship? And it's not someone that has to go to every single birthday party. It's somebody who's like, if I need you seriously, you're there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm that type of friend.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't need to talk to you every day. We don't have to talk every day. We don't have to see each other all the time. You ain't got to call me every day. I really like my alone time and my space. So I don't want to have a codependent friend. And I've had associates and friends like that were very just codependent. Need to talk to me every day.
Yeah.
If I don't call, then we're not friends anymore. And it's just crazy. Like,
it's a lot.
Chill out. Like, I have a life. Yeah. You have a life. We have things that we have to do. We're not going to always be able to be at everything.
Yeah.
Have that understanding and have that grace for your friend. Like, the codependency is like trash. Like, if you do that to me, baby, it ain't going to work.
It ain't going to work?
No. I barely like that in relationships. Like, codependent relationship, I can't.
Yeah. No.
I need
it's the best.
space. You need time to be to yourself and
Yeah.
do you and breathe and think and
It's tough.
become
That's
clear.
true.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to touch on what you said,
Yeah.
because that was growth. Like
Yeah.
being able, and then too, that's a good point about the needs changing as we get older.
Yes.
When we're in high school, you literally have nothing to worry about but boys and grades and being cute and fly. That's it. You don't have a bill to pay. You don't have a car note to. You don't have none of that stuff to worry about. You don't have families, children, husbands, wives. You don't have any of that.
That's true.
So you can be there 24/7. Not to mention you're going to school, so you're seeing each other daily. All day, every day. When you become an adult, things change.
Ooh.
It's not even throwing in the family aspect and having children. 'Cause I'm the mom of the group, you guys.
She's
I
the
have
mother.
two children.
Two beautiful babies.
And the
Two
wife
children
of the
and
group
the husband.
too.
So
She's the married one.
She's
We're
the
the
married
two single
one. We're the
ones.
single.
Put a ring on it.
right.
for real though, y'all, for real. You know they cute so good. But so for me, and I have my son at 21. I'm 37. I can tell y'all my age. So I was the first one. Hello, thank you. I was the first one, to have kids. So things changed for me before everyone else in my friend group.
True.
So I was the first one, kind of like I can't make it to this. I can't come to this. And you do have that guilt of like I'm not showing up because I was there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, now things are different. So being able to have a respect and give grace for the changes and us just being tired. The world
must do that.
The world is hard.
Grace is necessary in friendship.
Please.
Absolutely. Don't just be so quick to write somebody off. We don't have time to be talking every day, all day.
Not no more.
People got jobs. People have right. And then you need to be like, why do I even want to be
like
involved
what's happening
so
with
much?
me that I need that?
Like where are we at? Where it's just like I need to talk to you every day and check in and all of that. Like, look, I want you to be there for me, but to me that doesn't mean that. And then too, that's just the vanity of it. Like, oh, I want you to show up because you want pictures for the gram. You want to be showing, oh, look at my crew. No, but it's about quality over quantity.
Quality over quantity.
And show up for me for what really matters.
Yes.
Not no damn birthday dinner.
Yeah,
show
that's
up
true.
for me when I'm having a dark day or I'm having a hard time. Or there was a loss in my family or I'm struggling, whatever it is. Show up for me in that way. I don't care about you coming to no party. I just don't.
No.
That's not a concern. And no shade to those who make that a requirement for their friendship.
Yes,
but I don't.
A
think
lot
that
of
it's
people
fair.
end friendships over birthday parties.
Oh,
God.
But
dig
she
deeper.
didn't come to my birthday party. Okay, so I'm a person like this. Birthdays. I ain't gonna make it to all your birthdays, but I'm going to, if you are my friend and I value, I'm going to make it my business to try to make it to all the milestones.
Yeah.
Like the 21, the 25,
Got
the 35,
you.
the 40. I'm going to try my best to make it to those. Them other ones, baby, I don't even do nothing on half of them sometimes because it's like just overload.
Yeah.
So that's what type of person I'm as far as like showing up for birthdays because people really write people off for that. Like, we're not friends no more. She didn't come to my 27th birthday.
Seriously.
Was it important?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Was it that important?
It was. It wasn't. Well, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends.
Birthdays are important, but like,
They
come
are
on
important.
now.
To be fair, society-wise, what are the milestones? It ain't 27, boo. It's not 26. It's not 29.
It's not.
Then it's like 30 maybe, but 40.
Absolutely
and then
30.
It's like 30 for sure?
30,
okay.
to me, it's like pretty much the fives. It's like, well, it starts at, really 18. Really 16. Really, we gonna go all the way back.
18, 21, 30. Then it's like 40 and then 50, 60.
35. I feel like 35. I feel like the fives for me because I
Okay.
know when I turned 25, I had a bob. I cut my hair. I was like, honey, I'm
That
25.
was,
I'm a grown woman.
I remember
was
that.
like,
She thought she was too grown, honey.
I don't have
It was
time
just
for
like-
these childish games. I'm 25 now. Like, I'm like, what? So yes, 25 is
25.
very much
Okay.
a
25,
milestone
got
for
it.
me. But people just, I mean, we've all been there. I know I have felt a little salty sometimes, like, oh, you didn't come to this, but you went to that. But it's like we just have to again be realistic. Don't be expecting your friend, not your man, not your woman, to be talking to you all day, every day, checking in with you, telling you good morning. I don't need that from you. I don't. I need that from my man.
That's so true.
Yes.
So
I don't
true.
need that from my friends.
And if you're a friend, please, when somebody's venting about their situation or relationship, please don't take it upon yourself to feel no type of way about their mate. I wasn't talking to you about that. I was just talking to you.
See, there we go.
That's another topic.
I just wanted to vent. I didn't want you to.
That goes into the friendship boundaries, though, for sure.
Like,
absolutely.
Now you done see my man. You screwed up at him. Like,
absolutely.
That's not your place.
Absolutely.
It's not. However, see, I feel a little way about this. Okay, I could go both ways. I'm learning to be more like you.
Yes.
But I also have there's a little part of me that's like, but we don't like him.
But we don't really like him. And that's natural.
But you just go off of your friend. Like, I'm going to move with my friend. My friend is happy. I'm going to want them to continue to be happy. Yes. I'm not about to go up on their man. Yes. Oh, you did. I'm not doing all of that because that's the person that she's choosing or he's choosing. Yeah. I don't understand why people do that. I feel like you're just too caught up in it. Like, chill out.
True. It's tricky though, because remember when you are a friend with someone, and I'm talking about, a best friend or a friend, not someone who's like an associate or acquaintance. You have a connection with this person.
Yes,
you do care about them. And when they hurt, you hurt as well. Yes. It is hurtful to see your friend or best friend be in a relationship that is really hurtful or harmful, and they won't leave and they continue and they're calling you and da-da-da-da. However, friendship boundaries go both ways, because if your friend is constantly calling you and hitting you up and they're in a really toxic relationship, you can also say, friend, I love you, but you call me when you're out of this relationship. It's too much for me.
No, you can call me. You just can't talk to me about it. Once it's repetitive and you just keep calling,
that's what I'm saying. We're not it's doing too much for me to listen.
Don't call me.
For me to listen and be objective and then be around him and then be smiling. Yeah. It's too much to ask. And I had to do that to my cousin recently, who was like, we're very, very close. And I was just like, this is really a lot. Yeah. I can't do it. So, but what I'll support you in any other way I can, but I can't be in that space until he and I have a conversation. And that's because it's a whole situation. But I see it both ways.
I feel like somewhat I see it both ways too, but for me, it starts out with what you divulge to your friends. Now, when we're hurt, when we're upset, the emotion is what makes us call. Let me tell you what this did. But you're going to get over it more than likely.
Yes.
But your friends, your family are not.
No, they're not.
Right. They are, especially if they already didn't like the person. They want any little thing to be like,
oh, okay.
There's a reason. So you need to have a boundary. It's certain things you can share with your friends about your relationship. And then there are certain things that you need to keep tight to yourself.
Yes.
Because of that. Because we don't share the same relationship.
I've experienced telling too much and just getting a whole backlash and it never getting cleared up.
It never stops. It's like we have moved
toxic,
on.
Like between my friends and my mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that happens. And that's where you get the people looking, and just the energy is not there because I'm still mad at what you did to my friend. My friend has moved on because I'm in the bed with you. I'm sleeping with you. We're building life. My friend is not. She doesn't know you the way that I know you. They don't have that same visual.
Got you.
I'm able to be like, okay, and that's what you're supposed to do in a relationship. It's going to be ups and downs, and that's part of it.
Got you.
I can forgive. So you need to first start that boundary of, okay, it's just like how we kind of touched on it earlier about types of friends. Like, that's my travel friend. That's my go out friend. That's my eat friend. This is my, my support friend. I can only go so far with what I talk to you about in my relationship because that's not fair to anybody involved.
It's not.
Your mate is sitting up here like, why they acting like this? Because you over here running your mouth telling all
my business.
Right. Like, so now.
You in my business? Don't do that.
That's a no-no. So that's the first part of it. And then too, for the friend, we have to always reflect, can I relate to this? Have I been here before? Because I'm pretty sure I have. Definitely. And I didn't want nobody treating my person that way and treating me that way. I wanted support. I wanted y'all to be there for me. So again, extend the same grace and really treat people the way you want to be treated. It's not to say I'm condoning, and I think that too, some of us might feel like, oh, if I'm just cool with him or her, I'm condoning it. Whatever the affliction was. So it's like I'm gonna just be like, you ain't welcome here. I don't want nothing to do with him or her.
Yes.
No.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
wait a minute. So that one it's a little layered. It's just a way
It
that you need to
is.
move with it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, please don't just be running your mouth to everybody about
about your
your-
relationship.
And then set your
everything
boundaries.
that's happening in
Set
the
your boundaries
relationship.
about what you're able to tolerate if you are that kind of person who's really overprotective and
Yes.
really isn't I'll say mature. Isn't mature enough to be able to dissect that and to compartmentalize. But I do have a list for my boundaries for friendship. Like if the person is consistently like cheating, beating you up, like that kind of thing,
Yes.
and you're not ready to leave, or if you want us to be around, you want me to be around this person, that's when I draw the
Baby, if
line.
you've been
That's a
abused,
no.
That's what I'm saying.
Just for
Yeah,
you to
that's a
know,
no. Any of
the
just
little
for anybody to
stuff-
know, if you've been abused,
Any of the
it's going down.
It's going down,
Especially
right.
if I'm close to you.
Yeah, that's
Period. So this
unacceptable.
little stuff about like the arguments, stuff like that, and little other stuff. I'm talking about like real life, like them physically harming you, them probably like stealing from you or kicking you out or whatever it is. Those are the things where I'm just like, okay, like I have to put a boundary up. Like you're not really like making the best decisions, and I don't want to assist you in harming yourself.
Yes.
No, I'm done.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And
Perfect.
then just checking in too to see where you are.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, we do need someone to vent to. We need somebody to talk to. And if you feel like, oh, I can't go to my friend about what I'm going through.
Yeah.
But just
Then you
and
just
it's
sit
not
there and it's all bottled up and you're not talking, and that's not healthy.
exactly. And it's not just about the relationship, it's about whatever you're going through. What I learned, because I had an issue with a friend years ago, or a former friend, where
Yes.
that's what the situation was. Like literally, I just started to feel like I'm just here for you because, I've had past situations with toxic individuals. And so you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, you can relate. So I'm just going to dump this on you. Literally.
You became a dumpster.
Yes, I just became a receptacle for
No, some people start treating you like a dumpster.
Like dumpster. It's true.
Or they treat you, they just want to empty your cup. That's all they want. They want
Exactly.
your energy. They want your
That's
light.
true.
Exactly.
And they go on about their
Ooh,
business.
empty
They
your
forget about you
cup.
once their cup is full. They be like,
And-
oh, bye. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, you just took all my,
Use
you
you
took all
up.
my stuff. Can I have it back?
Use you up
Are you
completely.
gonna put anything back in my cup? Like,
No.
No.
And then gonna call you right back the next day like, girl,
Girl, bye.
you just sat on my phone for 2 hours crying about this same situation, and I'm gonna support you for so long, but now I'm just like, oh, you're just dumb. Like
Boundary.
I don't care, whatever he's
Boundary.
doing, good. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing it, because you're sitting here and you're just subjecting
Yeah.
yourself to it. But at least call me and say, are you like, where are you at? What mental space are you in?
Hey, if
Can
we're
I dump this
talking and
on
you're
you?
dumping, let me dump too. We can both be dumpsters.
Or tell me what you want. Is this a
Okay,
vent
wait a
session?
minute.
No, but that's where it goes into boundaries. Do you want advice?
Boundaries.
Do you want me to just listen? Do
Because
you
there's a
want
lot of people that
input?
just don't want you to
Yeah.
say anything. They just want
Yeah.
to talk. They don't.
Right.
They're not. Because I done got into it with people when I was calling to talk, and they start. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you to say nothing.
And
All I
people
wanted you to do
feel
is
like,
listen.
well, you talking to me, so you must. But that's why you have to, and that's why communication is so important.
Yes.
And being clear in what you really expect,
That's
because
true.
we
Yeah.
all are working on assumptions. Well, naturally, when you're talking to me about something, I'm gonna give my opinion because that's just what people do. It doesn't matter that you are, to me, you're just talking to me about it, but you didn't preface it with, "Hey, I'm just venting." So because you didn't give me that, as soon as you done, oh, I'm finna go off. I'm about to go in.
Yeah.
I'm about to give you
Yeah.
everything that you didn't ask for.
Yes.
So that's just something, I
Yes.
feel like we need to be a little mindful on. and
Please
for. Yes.
preface the talk with, I am just venting. Your commentary is not needed. Or,
Exactly.
you know what's really good too? Asking questions. Like, so what do you think you're going to do about that? Like, how do you think you can solve this? Like, what's the best way for you to resolve this conflict?
I
That's
like
a really
that.
good thing. Asking
Be
questions is
solution
good.
based.
Be solution-based.
Yes, because you just
Yes.
dumping and clearly whatever you're doing is not working. Because
Definitely.
you calling me Monday through Friday with the same. So
Yeah.
clearly, we have an issue. So it's like, well, what can we do to try to avoid this? And then it gets to the point, it's like, well, yeah, what are you going to do differently?
What are you gonna do
Because
differently?
it's
Yeah.
just a cycle at that point. So
Yeah, definitely.
It's rough.
It
It
most
is
definitely get rough, and for the most part, I've picked my circle at this point. So It's not a circle anymore. It's an L.
No, you said it went from a circle to a C.
It's at a C right now. I got a crack in it because some people got replaced.
Yes, that's right here.
Some people got dismissed last year. I had to get rid of their ass.
Yeah, well,
No,
yeah.
Pardon my French, but I had
like
to get rid of it. They had to go.
Yes.
They had to go.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
So-
necessary.
What are your friendship do's and don'ts? Since you had to let them go, like what was the don't for them? Like what?
Well, my do is, just support. Don't take anything. Don't take me not talking to you every day personal. And then my don'ts is like just don't be codependent. Don't feel like I have to be there all the time. I can't. I have things to do.
Yes.
Okay, got you. Understanding. What about you? What is your friendship do's, your don'ts? Impart some wisdom on our beautiful audience.
Wonderful viewers. This one goes out to you.
My number one.
My number one.
She
is in love with
Usher.
Usher. Okay.
Usher, if you're watching this, send us
I'm
some
married.
tickets.
I'm sorry, no, edit that.
Send us some tickets.
Usher, no.
She married though,
That's what I
but
said,
we
edit
do
that.
want some tickets.
We want some tickets though. She
I
wants
know
some
you want to see you
tickets.
skating next.
She gonna bring her
but-
husband. She gonna bring her husband to come see you skate.
Right, yes, my husband and I will be in the audience. No, but I really piggyback off of what you said, Clayton. Like, just I try to be as transparent as I can. So
Yes.
I do want you
You
to.
are transparent. You don't try.
Yes. Well, thank you, darling.
There
Thank
it
you.
is.
I
She
do
is
want
too.
you to
Renee
support
is
me.
too.
I do want you to understand me. I do want you to call me out if and when that's necessary. I want to be held accountable. I didn't really get to touch on that, but I'm going to touch on it real quick. That's a do for me. Do be accountable in
Yes.
your friendships. Do not be a yes person. Do not be somebody who's just around for the good time, because that's why so much mess going on now, because people are not holding their friends accountable. If that was someone who wasn't your friend, you would have had so much to say.
Yeah.
But
That's
because
true.
it's your Judy, your friend,
they getting away with it.
you have nothing to say, and it's like, we're not going to cherry pick. We're going to hold accountable.
Yeah.
We're going to
Accountability
show
is a
that
struggle for
reciprocity.
people, though.
It
is.
is, and I get
It
it. It was a
is.
struggle for me.
We worked at it.
We are working on it and
Working on
continue
it.
to work on it.
Yes.
And I do require that in my friendship. Do not write someone off because they didn't show up or they couldn't make it. Talk, just have a conversation.
Please.
Don't be
Ridiculous.
so quick to just be like, oh, well, you didn't show up for me. And then too, check yourself on, did you let them know how important it was to you?
Yeah.
So again, just communicate.
Because you might be a strong person and people think that you're always okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
that's true
so
too.
true.
That's true too.
Mhm.
Yes.
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 I struggle with that. People always just think, oh, Clayton's okay. He's okay. Sometimes I'm not okay.
I'm not
Right.
okay.
Like, oh, wait, right.
The camera. We're having a crisis here. No.
Yes.
I love that. To piggyback on that as well, everybody's piggybacking
Right,
on what you got to
piggybacking.
say. I would say for sure about checking on your friends, do be vulnerable and express how you're really feeling. For sure, do hold your friends accountable as well as yourself, and get those categories right, y'all.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so me and Clayton gave you 3. Sandra gave you 4.
Yes.
You can't miss.
You cannot.
And she broke them down
Broke
for
them
you.
down very
Get
well.
those categories right, because there's a lot going on with friendships. I know that you guys have seen one of the popular stories was Shanquella Robinson,
Yes, R.I.P.
with her being out with her
And
friends.
we're not going to talk about the other people, but it's been other cases.
other
like
cases
recent.
as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You really, 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 really have to be careful about using that term friend and making sure that if you do use it, it applies to the person of who they are, what they stand for, and what they're about. Not just because, like we've talked about, the length of time we've known them, they dress nice and seem cool like other people who might categorize their friends because they look good.
Yes.
You really want to make sure you have quality
The clicky people.
over quantity. That's important.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is very important.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Well, I think we are done, y'all.
We are done.
I
Y'all
think
got
we
all the
did.
knowledge you got for us today, and you got it for free. So
Yeah.
enjoy.
$3.99.
$3.99. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and follow. Remember, keep it calm.
Keep it cute.
And as always, keep it casual.
Like a light, like a light.